You're growing, you're thriving, you are trying to start something new in your life. So right now is the time to cut out the distractions. When you are scrolling on social media, when you are going out and partying, when you are doing things that are genuinely wasting your time, you don't realize how much time is leaving you and passing you by. You could have hours among hours among hours. And if you were to put it in a timeline, you would actually see how much time you are wasting on things that are not helping you at all and in fact hurting you. I suggest looking at your phone time if you spend a lot of time like on your screen time, if you spend a lot of time on your phone watching videos, going through Instagram, going through TikTok, and actually putting it in perspective, because once you see the numbers is when it gets shocking. Because a long time ago, I remember I thought that I did not spend that much time on my phone. I didn't think that I spent that much time on my phone until I was at the doctor's office and she felt the need to bring up to my mother to look at my screen time. And I was like, first off, nobody asked you, okay, unsolicited advice. But when we looked at my screen time, it was really, really high. I think it was like 9 hours at times. Something crazy like that. It was between 7 and 9 hours. And I was shocked because I didn't realize how much time I actually spent on my phone until that moment. And, you know, it's something that you may be avoiding looking at, but I think it's very important that you do. And when you are reflecting on how much time you're wasting, I want you to think about all the time that you're spending on social media, all the time that you're spending scrolling and going out and doing things that are not building your life. Think about all that time and then think about where you would be in your life, where you would be in your goals if you use that time to pursue the life that you wanted. If you use that time for your business, if you use that time for your channel, if you use that time towards your degree or your certification, just think about how much your life would be different. And when I'm using this word wasting, I feel like it kind of comes off a little bit strong. Wasting time doesn't mean that what you're doing all the time is the worst thing on planet Earth, right? For example, scrolling on social media, for me, it's not only a distraction, but it can be a comfort. So if I'm going through a lot, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling stressed, going to my phone is soothing. It is distracting, but it's soothing for me. It makes me feel better. And it still is a waste because it's over excessive. It's overdoing it, you know? If you're like me and you use your phone for that reason, or you go out and do it for that reason in particular, if you do it for, you know, an hour or 2 hours and that's it, that is different than it being something where on a weekly basis you are giving this like 10 hours of your life. It's very, very different. And so you have to look at it from the standpoint of, what are you doing and is it becoming excessive? Is this something that may be helping you in a certain way but is hurting you at the same time? While there are other options out there that could be building you, that could be helping you, that could be serving the purpose that you need, getting what you need out of whatever distraction it is. And I feel like that can come off a little bit confusing. So back to like the whole phone example, going through my phone was soothing. That it was the benefit of it, was that it was soothing. It made me feel better. That was the benefit. But now there were a lot of negatives that came from that, opportunity costs that came from that. There were things that I got exposed to on social media that really just made my life worse than what it needed to be. The benefit of soothing and feeling better I could have gotten from somewhere else, like reading books, like watching seminars, like going in and having conversation with people, journaling, praying. Like I could have spent that time and got that soothing, that helpful, what I needed from somewhere else, and it would not have had the negative impacts of wasting my time, of being exposed to things I didn't need to be exposed to, of now being able to compare myself to these thousands of people who I'm now being exposed to online. Like there are just negative things that can come with it. And I hope that makes sense. So when I'm saying wasting, I really mean when there is a much better way. And there are times where you're literally just wasting your time, but you know that. So I'm just putting that as a disclaimer. When you have all these distractions in your life, when you are filling yourself up with things that only give you temporary joy, give you temporary relief, it is not filling you up. And if you really pay attention to how you feel after you have done these things, you probably can feel it, you probably can see it, and you're probably just ignoring the feeling, the negative feeling, the warning to yourself that what you are doing is not benefiting you. You could feel lost. You could feel like you wasted your life. You can feel emptiness after having scrolled, after having gone out and partied, after you haven't done whatever. And you need to pay attention to that. Don't ignore that, because that will be your fuel. That will help you to acknowledge what you are doing that needs to be fixed. And use that feeling as motivation. Do not use it as a means of looking down at yourself. Don't use it as a means of tearing yourself down, because if you feel like you just wasted so much of your time, then you can look back and be like, dang, I wasted so much of my time, and I can't get that time back. And then you start beating yourself up over it. Well, realizing you can't get your time back, but you did learn from the things that you have done in your past and use that to fuel you, then you will actually be on the right road, versus if you just sit here and you beat yourself up about it and you do all that stuff. It's not going to help you at the end of the day. What's going to help you is making a change, acknowledging it and making the change. So after you have acknowledged it and you're trying to make the change, what you need to do is then replace the time that you're spending on social media, the time that you're spending partying, the time that you're wasting. Replace that time with something that will help you with your future. Replace that time with something that is going to build you up. And this doesn't have to be just one thing. For example, if you are getting your degree, or if you are, working on your business, not just working on your degree, not just working on your business, having those things, yes, but then also put in resources that will help encourage you, that will teach you, that will build up your knowledge. So now when moving forward, not only are you changing, but you're changing with confidence, you're changing with knowledge, you're changing with experience that you have now learned from. So don't just try to move past it and be like, I'm just going to push all this to the back of my mind, because then that can create bitterness, that can create a lot of unnecessary emotions that can build up, and a lot of habits that can come back. So you want to create a firm foundation for yourself moving forward, and make these processes as easy as possible. If you're like me and you like the sensation of having the phone in your hand, you like the sensation of being able to scroll through and whatever, put processes on your phone so that when you are going to your phone, you have something automatically productive for you to do at all times. Put audiobooks on your phone, put editing apps on your phone, put Canva on your phone so you can create stuff for your collection that you're about to launch. Or for me, even when I was in college, I downloaded the apps for my college, and I did this when I was in high school as well. I downloaded the apps that a lot of the assignments were being done through. I would download it to my phone so that if I was just sitting in the car, or if I was just laying in bed, I didn't have to get up and go grab my computer. It was already on my phone. So it dials back the amount of excuses that you have, and it makes it easier for you for it to be just second nature. I know for me, it became so natural for me to do more productive stuff on my phone, to the point of when I graduated college, I would still go to my college website to access the books and stuff on my phone. It just became natural. And I wouldn't say 100% that it's something that can just happen overnight, or sometimes you may feel motivated to do it and you're doing it, and then you kind of slack off a little bit and then you're doing it again. But it does build up and it does become a habit. So if it's a struggle now, trust and believe the struggle can and will pass. Things will become easier for you. So now that you are on your journey of growing and you are becoming stronger in what you're doing, you're becoming stronger in your life, and you want to make a difference, remove the distractions, take them away. They will pull you back. They will hold you back from where you want to be. They will stop you from the life that you want to achieve. And especially with all this brain rot that's out nowadays, it makes it very easy for your dreams to become distorted. It makes it very easy for you to compare yourself to other people, because if there's something that you want, you're scrolling on social media, you're liking all these specific posts that align with what you want. Well, the algorithm is going to feed you that even more. And guess what? That can leave more room for you to see more people for you to compare yourself to. And then it can discourage you from moving forward in your life, moving forward in your goals, and in making the life that you want, because it can have you feeling like you're already behind. Like, why isn't it easier for you? Because all these people are faking it. So it can distort your life. It can distort the truth. It can distort what you are trying to do and the path that you are on. And it can even make you feel like your journey should look like theirs, even though their journey and your journey is completely different. So please do not get distracted from your life. Do not get distracted by the things that are going on around you. This is your life. You need to take control of it. Do not allow distractions and all these people who you may be comparing yourself to and all these negative thoughts to run your life, because now those things become your life instead of you living the life that you have been blessed with. Thank you for watching my video so far. Thank you for watching it to the end. I really appreciate it so much. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and please make sure to take care of yourself. Watch over yourself. Cut out the distractions. Thank you again. I recently hit 80 subscribers, so I do appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me, and every single one of you. It really does make a difference, and I am happy that my videos are actually helping you. So if there's something that you want me to talk about, something that you feel like I should go over, please leave it in the comments below. Please make sure to take care of yourself spiritually, physically, financially, and mentally. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.